Welcome back friends. So today we are with another new video and today's topic is square of opposition. So before beginning with today's topic, I just want to request or suggest you may think to all my viewers that till today I see there are some people who are afraid or have fear of this vaccination thing. So I request everyone to please get vaccinated, because in today's time it has become very important for one to get vaccinated. So I request you to get vaccinated until my next video comes out. And if you are vaccinated, inspire your family and friends to get vaccinated as soon as possible. And I hope you will get vaccinated. And so let's begin with the today's topic, square of opposition. So when it is the title itself says there is a square of opposition, then there must be some square. So what is this square? This is a square, and here at the four corners are the four things, that is A, E, I, O. Quite easy. The vowels A, E, I, O are here. A represents all, E is no, I is some, and O is some not. Well, how these four corners of this square are related to each other? So how are these related to each other? So it's a topic something like when you understand it, it's very easy. But until you understand it, you feel it a little bit confusing. But I promise you that you will understand it and you will get it very easy in your examinations and very helpful in finding the answers for your questions related to logical reasoning. So please concentrate on this topic from point to point. Don't get distracted yourself. So here are the 4 points: A, E, I, O. That is, A is all, E is no, I is some, and O is some not. Quite easy, right? Remember these 4. Now, how are these related? These two are contraries. These are sub-contraries. Alright? These are contraries. These two are sub-contraries. And these might be called as subalterns or subalterations. These two. Subaltern or subalteration. Both these. Subaltern or subalteration. And here these are called as, that is, E and I, and A and O are contradictions. That is, contradictories or contradictions. So this is the simple square that will give you 10 marks in your logical reasoning section. This is quite easy once you understand it. What is contrary, what is sub-contrary, and what is subaltern and contradictions, all this, if you understand at once, then you are able to solve all the questions related to logical reasoning in the types like assumptions and statements are given, and then you have to give the conclusions, and assumptions are there and the assertions are there. For that all you can opt this one and you can answer your questions. Now there are 4 combinations. The first combination is contradictories. This is the contradictories. What are contradictories? Here A and O, and then I and E, or E and I. These are the contradictories. These are the contradictories. These are the contradictories, and this is the first combination. What are contradictories? Contradictories are like opposite pairs. Opposite pairs, in what sense they are opposite? If in case one statement is true, the other will be false. That is, if in case A is true, if this is true, then this must be false. Similarly, if this is true, this must be false, and vice versa. So, always these two combinations will be opposite to each other. That is called as contradictories. This is the first one, that is contradictories. Now comes the contraries. Contraries, what is there in contraries is both these pair cannot be true together. Both these pairs can't be true together, but they can be false together. In the way like A and E. If these two are the sentences or these two are the statements, if this is true, then E can't be true. E can't be true. We can't define that E is true. If A is false, then this can be false. Understood? If this is true, then we can't define whether this is true or false. If this is false, then definitely this will also be false. Understood? So this is the condition in contraries. That is, they together can't be true, but together can be false. This is a condition for contraries. Now moving to the next one is the third one, that is the subcontrary. This subcontrary is here I and O. There is a relationship between I and O. But what is this relationship is, here both these can be true. If I is true, then O. If I is true, then O will be true. If O is true, then I will be true. But if I is false, then we can't define anything about O. We can't tell whether O is true or false. Same vice versa is also correct. So in this subcontrary, both can be true together, but both can't be false together. I hope you understood. Here you have to just think both are different here. Here contrary and subcontrary. Here so contrary and subcontrary. Here both can be true. No, both can't be true. Both can be false. Above is false and below is true. Just some coding type you just for remembering. Here these both can be false. Here these both can be true. But these both can't be false together. And these both can't be false together. Understood? I hope you understood. Now moving to the next combination, and that is the fourth one is subaltern or subalterations. What are these subalterns? This is A and I and E and O. This is the combination for subalteration. That is A and I and E and O. This is the combination of the subaltern combinations. Here the case is if this statement is true, then automatically this statement will also be true. If this is true, this also will be true. Okay? If this is false, nothing can be defined of this one, I. Nothing can be said of I. If this is true, this will be true. But if this is false, nothing can be said of this. in also same in this pattern also. If E is true, O is also true. But if E is false, then it can't be defined about anything about O. But when this moves from below to upwards, when this arrow moves from below to upwards, if this is true, if I is true, then nothing can be defined of A. But if I is false, A is also false, and the same goes here also. Putting into letters, it will be like in subcontrary. If A is true, I is also true. If A is true, I is also true. If A is false, I can't be defined. Can't be defined. This is from upward to downward movement. Same goes for E and O also. Same is the pattern for E and O also. That is, if E is true, then O is also true. If E is false, then O can't be defined. Can't be defined. This is true. Another case here is when this moves in the upward direction. That is, if I is true, then we can't say that if this is true, then A can't be defined. We can't say whether it is true or false. But if I is false, then A is also false. Similarly, O is true, then E can't be defined. But if O is false, E will be false. I hope you have got some idea about this square of opposition. On summarizing, I'll tell you from the beginning. There is some square. At the four corners, there are four things: A, E, I, O. A is all, E is no, I is some, O is some not. There are four possible combinations, and that is contraries, subcontraries, subalterns, contradictories. In the first case, contradictories, these will be opposites. First thing. Second one, contraries. Here, both these can be false together but can't be true together. While coming here in the subcontraries, both these together can be true together but can't be false together. And here, taking these subalterns, when this moves from upward to downwards, if these are true, these also will be true. But if these are false, these can't be defined. While this moves upward in the upward direction, if these are true, then this can't be defined. But if in case these are false, these are also false. I hope you have understood this square of opposition. Now, we'll understand this when we'll solve a few questions about this. So, I'll be telling some prepositions and we have to define what is the condition or what is the combination that they are asking here. So, the first example is like two prepositions are related in such a way that these cannot be true together. See, they can't be true together. Look at this. These are not true together but can be false together. These are false together. So, what is the condition here? It is contraries. It is contraries. Both can be true together but both cannot be true together but can be false together. That is contraries. So this case is contraries. Now we have, I'll tell you the next example. Two propositions are related in such a way that these both cannot be true together or either can't be false together. So if this is true, the other should be false. If the first one is false, then the second one should be true. Then what is that condition? That is contradictories. That is the contradictories. Now, I'll give you one sentence and you have to find out the answer. Okay. If the proposition all mangoes are vegetable is false. So if all is coming, then it is the A. If all is false, then which proposition will be true? If this is false, then what will be true? If this is false, this should be true, right? This should be true. So if all the mangoes are vegetables, then some mangoes are not vegetables. If this is false, then this is true. Like if we solve this question in the form of Venn diagrams, all mangoes are vegetables. All these mangoes are vegetables. If this statement is false, so that means we are different and M is different. This also gives us this Venn diagram, or it may be like this also. This Venn diagram is also possible. So if this is false, then look at this. This is true, right? This is true. So some mangoes are not vegetables. True, right? True, right? See, here also we can see that some mangoes are not vegetables, and here also we can see that some mangoes are not vegetables. So we can quite understand this square of opposition also with the help of the Venn diagrams. So if this is false, then what will be this? This both together can be false, but they can't, both together can't be true. So if this is false, we can't define. That is what I said here. If this is false, then this is also possible and this is also possible. So we can't tell what is true and what is false for in the case of the E, that is no, right? Now next one, there are two statements. They are related in such a way that they both can be true together but cannot be false together. What is the answer now? Can be true together but cannot be false together. So that is subcontraries. Subcontraries. What are subcontraries? I and O. What are those I and O? I is some and O is some not. So this is the pair which gives us both together can be true but both together can't be false. So these are the few examples. Now I request you to write down 4 sentences. Upon that we will solve the answers. Sorry, we will solve the questions and find out the answers. So I hope you are ready with your pen and paper. Yeah, pen and paper or pen and pencil. Please be ready with that. The first sentence is, some fans are chair. Some fans are chair. Second sentence is, some fans are not chair. Third sentence is, all fans are chair. Fourth sentence is, or statement is, no fan is chair. It's better that you write them down and you try to solve them. Now the first question is the pair of statements which can be true together but cannot be false together. Which is the pair which can be true together but can't be false together? Did you find the answer? So I said these both can be true together but can't be false together. So that is subcontrary. What is subcontrary? Some and some not. So what are some and some not here? It is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is the answer for the first example or the first question. Now moving to the next. The pair of statements which can be false together but cannot be true together. Which can be false together and can't be true together. So that is contrary. So what is the contrary pair here? All and no. What are the options here? All and no. That is 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Now, next one. The pair of statements which cannot be true or false together. Together they can't be true or together they can't be false. That means if one is true then the other should be false and vice versa in all the cases. So what is that? That is of course contradictory. So what are contradictories here? Here we have two pairs of contradictions. That is I and E and A and O. So what is A and O? All and some not. So it is 2 and 3 plus 1 and 4. These are the contradictories. Now, next one. In these statements, there is a pair of statement in which if one statement is definitely true, the other one will also be true. As I said, in which case this is possible? In the case of the subalterations. That if this is true, then this will be true. Same here also. If this is true, then this must be true. So this is the case of the subalteration. So here also we get two possible answers. That is A all and I some. That is some and all. 1 and 3 plus 2, that is no and some not. 2 and 4. Right? Now, in this pair of sentences, there is a pair of sentence or might be two pair of sentences where one statement is definitely true, then the other one must be false. If one is true, then the other one must be false. So this, what does this say? That these are contradictories. So same answer for this also. That it is all and some not, all and some not, and some, no and some. These are contradictories. And then if one is definitely false, then the other one should be false. That is in the case of the subalterns. In the when the line moves from the downwards to upwards, that is if these are false, then these also must be false. I hope you have understood the square of opposition with some examples also. That's it for today, and if there are any doubts, please comment in the comment box. I shall try to clear your doubts. And the next video will be the last concluding video for the logical reasoning, and it will be upon the Indian logics. So I will be having 2 classes for Indian logics, as it is a big portion. So you will be getting double dhamaka next week. Thank you.